Two of the best UV air purifiers on the market is Reme Halo and Apco-X. But which one's better? Let's talk about it. Hi, this is Kenneth with Atlas AC, and at any point during this video, if you find it to be helpful, please hit the like button, and that will really help me out with the YouTube algorithms. To start off with, we first need to answer the question of, what are these two lights designed to accomplish for a home? Both the Apco-X and Reme Halo are considered to be whole home air purifiers. There are three types of air contaminants that are commonly found in homes. The first one being particulates like dust and dirt, the second being biological like mold, bacteria, and viruses, and the third being VOCs like human-made chemicals, along with other odors like wet dog smell. So if we circle back around to the first one, the particulates, the AC filter is really designed to capture the majority of particulates in the air while the system is running. However, it does not take care of the biological or VOC side of the equation. And that's where these two filters come into play. They're designed to better handle biological and VOC contaminants. However, the way that they accomplish this is very different from one another. So let's first take a look at the Reme Halo and see how this technology works. So RGF is the manufacturer of the Halo air purifiers, and in their lineup, most folks end up going with the Halo LED, so that's what I'm largely going to be talking about. So one of the most interesting things about the Reme Halo LED is the light source's LED, and this is very uncommon when it comes to UV lights, because most UV lamps are essentially a fluorescent bulb just without the phosphorus coating. And one of the big benefits to it being LED is the expected life is far longer than other light sources on the market. However, one of the big problems with LEDs, if they get too hot, you can burn up the diodes. So the Reme Halo LED has to be wired up with the indoor blower in order to make sure that it doesn't overheat. So it should only come on whenever you're using your HVAC system, and the rest of the time it needs to be off. So the Reme Halo LED gets installed on the supply plenum on an HVAC system. So the UV light is going to help keep your supply plenum clean along with the top part of the EVAP coil or air handler. So anything that the light comes in contact with, it's going to be taking out things like microbial growth, mold, and so on. You might be saying that sounds like a regular UV light. However, there's actually a lot more things that this light does. The first being is it has a built-in bipolar ionizer, and it essentially creates positively and negatively charged ions. So while your system is running, these ions are going to be distributed throughout your entire house. And these ions will clump together these smaller particles together, which makes it easier for the air filter to capture it. It will also help reduce odors along with being able to kill things like bacteria and viruses. And another key feature of this light is it also creates something called hydrogen peroxide. And this is really the magic sauce of the Reme Halo light. So as your system is running, the hydrogen peroxide is going to get distributed throughout your house. The hydrogen peroxide is going to help kill things like mold, bacteria, and viruses, along with reducing odors and other VOCs. So what this lamp is essentially doing is duplicating what the sun does for our outside air and then bringing it inside your home. Now you're probably asking, that looks good on paper, but how does it perform in real life? I can say without a doubt that these lamps 100% work as long as they're installed correctly. We've gotten reports back from dozens of customers who struggle with things like allergies or other health issues, and they'll tell us that their health has improved. It also helps to eliminate any potential microbial growth that could occur in the furnace or in the ductwork. And again, it's kind of like bringing the power of the sun inside your house. And as a side note, I might not be 100% accurate on this statement, so please take it with a grain of salt. To the best of my knowledge, the positively and negatively charged ions only last about a minute before it breaks down. And hydrogen peroxide lasts about 30 minutes before it starts breaking down. So if you're cooking something like fish, or if you're going to have a sickly friend come over, you may want to have your AC cycle the air more often. And again, please take that advice with a grain of salt. Now let's shift gears and talk about the Apco-X. Much like the Reme Halo, the Apco-X is going to install in the supply plenum. And the lamp that they use to make UV light is a quartz lamp, and it actually has a rather long life considering that it's not LED. And the lamp in the Apco-X never turns off, so the UV light is always working. And this will help keep the supply plenum and the top of the furnace clean, dealing with bacteria and other microbial growth that could build up in the system. So as the system runs and air flows past the UV light, it's going to kill bacteria, viruses, and other biological contaminants. And again, pretty standard as far as UV lights go. However, what separates out the Apco-X is their carbon cells that is built into the light. These carbon cells are able to capture VOCs and other microbes and break them down into basic water vapor. So it's able to neutralize things like cigarette smoke, pet, laundry, and cooking smells. It can also take care of more harsher chemical VOCs, like something that you would find in a new construction home. Things like fresh paint and new carpet smell. So in order to neutralize these VOCs and other odors, air does have to flow by the carbon cells. So if you're going to cook fish for dinner, you might want to turn on the fan on your AC system. And the next question is does it actually work? And the answer is yes, the Apco-X definitely works and is really great at removing unwanted odors. So how does the Reme Halo and Apco-X stack up against each other? So here at Atlas AC, we sell both the Reme Halo and Apco-X UV lights. However, we use them for two different applications. So the Reme Halo LED arguably does a better job on the biological side of cleaning the air. Because it produces hydrogen peroxide, it does a better job of reducing mold, viruses, bacteria, and other allergens. Now the Apco-X arguably does a better job when it comes to chemicals and other VOCs. Because of the carbon cells, it could do a better job breaking down odors of any kind, like cooking smells, cigarette smoke, and other harsh chemicals. So when it comes down to which of these two lights are better, it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish. For odors, smells, VOCs, and chemicals, arguably Apco-X is the best. For bacteria, mold, viruses, and allergens, arguably the Reme Halo is going to be the best. If you found this video to be helpful, please hit the like button. We also have free buyer's guides and price lists on our website that you might want to check out. Until next time, have a good one.